Okay, are we starting? We're live. We're starting. Hello, everyone out there. So you right, girls?
Yeah.
So I'll get you to call out when you see people coming, okay? Hello, Tanya. How are you, gorgeous? Thanks for joining. It's good to see you. What's the weather like up there? You're the first one on. Hi, Debbie. How are you? Thanks for joining Saturday night. Hi, Ange. How are you? Oh, thank you. Hello. Who's that? Let me see. I'm going to put my glasses on. Okay. That's Debbie. Hello, Debbie Ray. How are you? Thanks for joining. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Hi, Tony. Kerrie. Hi, Kerrie. How are you, Kerrie? I've got the same name. Hey, Kayla. Thanks for joining, guys. Thanks for coming on board. It's great to see you. Wonderful. Thanks for joining me on Saturday night. We're talking about the moon and lots of other things. Hello, how are you? Good to see you too. Lots of changes at the moment, isn't there? This pandemic has been actually a very good time for me. It's very reflective. And it's been very reflective for a lot of other people too. Like it really makes you think about what you want in your life. At the moment, we're kind of in like the new moon. It's called a dark new moon energy, and it's all about new beginnings. And I'm just going to get the tarot card now. It's all about new beginnings with this dark new moon. And everybody, like I've been doing a lot of readings during the week, and everyone's telling me about how they want to start new jobs, they want to start new projects, they want to do lots and lots of different things. And it's a fabulous time. And look, I've been writing non-stop since I've been in this pandemic, and I've actually had a really good time. And the sky, it's so blue and everything's so clean. And, you know, it's about looking at the positive, isn't it? Now, in this new moon or this dark moon energy, it's about, you know, stepping out into the unknown and trying new things. It's also about cutting off that no longer serves us, cutting off things. That could be people, it could be, you know, getting that diet in order, or getting out of an old job that doesn't suit you any longer. You know, when it's horrible when you work for people and they really don't appreciate you. And I think a lot of us. Hello, Katie. How are you? Lovely to see you. It's good to see you guys. Thanks for joining. And you often when you go through new times, it can be a bit of a challenge, can't it? So the chariot, the tarot card, the chariot, it means to me that it's a victory card. So if you believe in yourself and keep going forwards, it's amazing what can happen to you. So it's about being positive. So cutting off negative things, moving forward and really believing in yourself. And I really believe this time on the planet is a great time to do that. And when you start to work out what you want and start to be true to yourself, you can create new things. Here's the Empress card. It's about creating beautiful new experiences and really enjoying it. So it's a fabulous time. The other thing I wanted to say, we have a winner from last week. I've got this beautiful book to give away called Sacred Science, and I spoke about that last time. And this goes to Sally Berto. Sally Berto, so congratulations to you, Sally. I'm pretty sure you're going to like this book. This was the third in the Sacred series, Sacred Science. It's all about how spirit shows us science. So I feel you really enjoy that. So congratulations. So we'll send it out to you. And for the next time, I'll be on, I think it's the 6th of June will be the next spirit show that I'll be doing, or the next evening. I've got 2 giveaways because I love to give away my books. I've written 9, by the way, so you can get them on the internet or in different bookstores. You can order them. My latest book is Clearing, so I'll be giving that away. That's all about how to have a balanced and beautiful life. And the other book is the Suburban Medium, which I probably wrote like years ago. But that is it's an old book, but it's full of lots of information. It was part of my journey. It talks about my journey and how I started. I started off in the industry probably when I was about 17. I went to the spiritualist church. But what I wanted to talk about was spirits. Before we get into the readings, I'll talk. I'll give a little talk. Now, the first thing is when I first started seeing spirit, it was quite scary. I think I was about 7 or something, or could even be younger, and it was really, really hard. Hello, thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you all. Hi, Debbie Ray. It's lovely, lovely to see you. Hi, Tanya. Thanks for joining. Good to see you. Anyway, so when I was about 7 years old, I really saw spirits. They used to come into my bedroom and I was really scared. And I used to tell my parents, and Mum and Dad always used to say that it was my incredible imagination. Anyway, it really scared me. So if anyone's got a psychic child, please acknowledge it. Come on, guys. Kids don't make stuff up. So I was allowed to keep a light on. And that would kind of stop the spirit traffic. Anyway, I kept growing up, I kept seeing things, and I was also able to see, like if people died, I'd see them walking down the street and I'd tell my parents, or animals died, or I kind of knew things that would happen before. And I used to tell my parents, and they didn't like it, but that's what I was experiencing, because none of my family they couldn't do what I could do. So it was very hard for me being a psychic child. And then when I was about 14, I think I told the church and I got kicked out because I had the devil in me. So in those days it was taboo. So I left the church and went down to the beach, jumped on Jesus's donkey and went down, became a surfer down the beach and had a different lifestyle. And when I was 17, I finally went to the spiritualist church down in Wollongong, and that was a wonderful experience. Hi, Sabrina. How are you? Hi, Lorraine. Thanks for joining, guys. Lovely to see you all. Thank you. Thanks for joining. So I joined the spiritualist church. Now, the spiritualist church was absolutely amazing because they believed me and they taught me how to use my powers as a medium. And I've always been involved in the spiritualist church, and even this day I still go and do platforms all over the place when people ask me. And then I started reading the tarot cards when I was about 18, and I remember I used to read them for all my friends, and Mum found it very entertaining. So, and they used to come over, she'd make all the food and we'd all sit around and we'd be having cups of tea, and I'd be reading and carrying on. It was a lot of fun. And then I started nursing, and that's when it really started. I remember being a young nurse and standing in a room where someone was dying, and I used to hear voices and I thought, what the hell's that? And then suddenly at the end of the bed, there was like all the relatives would start coming in, the persons who's dying relatives, and especially like the Irish. I mean, when the Irish people die, they have a bit of a sing song, don't they? I've got my friend Megan here, she's Irish tonight. They have a bit of a sing song, so I could hear pianos going and sing song, and it was like party time. And I'm thinking, wow. So I didn't understand what it was. And my teacher at the time at the spiritualist church, she said, well, that's what happens when someone's dying. All the spirits will gather around, and that's what happened in the hospitals. Often it was always busy in the room psychically, and I used to just walk in, and it was incredible. And it happened to me from a very early age. I was able to see lots of spirit people walking around, and when they died, I'd see them sort of walking down the hall or sometimes down the street. And the worst part of hospitals, when I did night shift, because there was lots of spooky spirits in the hospitals, and I remember we used to sit in the offices, 12 o'clock at night, and then you'd hear, we used to freak each other out because we'd sort of hear, we were too scared because there was always spirits in the old hospitals, in the old hospital where I worked, and I've seen lots of spirits in hospitals, with the souls that haven't crossed, like the ghosts and those sort of things. I've seen a lot of them in hospitals, and they seem to gather. So that was quite scary. But yes, I saw a lot of people in the old days gathering around people's beds. And then the other people say to me, well, do your loved ones come to a funeral? Well, actually, they do. Hello, Shell Murray. How are you? It's lovely to see you. I'm just giving a quick talk and then we'll be doing the readings. Hello, Karina. Hello, Vicky. Thanks for joining us. Oh, it's so lovely to see you all. It's like a big group of friends. Hello, Kerrie again. Thanks for joining in. Now, funerals. My first funeral I went to, I think it was about when I was in my 20s, and my cousin died. And we had to drive up the north coast, and we were sitting in the church, and her funeral, her cast was out the front, and it was terrible. I couldn't stop crying. It was very, very emotional time. And then I remember I looked up at some stage and I looked at where her coffin was, and suddenly I saw my cousin standing next to a coffin. But she looked younger. She was in a white dress and she was dressed really nice. And I turned to my mum and I said, Mum, I can see cousin Jen. She's standing next to the coffin. She's here. And Mum said, You're kidding. And I said, No. And we're both crying. She stopped crying. She turned and she said to me, well, ask her who's next. So she just sort of laughed at that. But that's true. That's a true story. And I've been to a lot of funerals after that. And I remember once I used to play in bands, and I went to a really good friend's funeral called Peter. And this was when I was in my 40s, and I haven't been to a lot of funerals, I have to say. And I went to Peter's funeral, and I saw him standing next to his coffin. Like back in the day, he had these skinny jeans on and his little tiny t-shirt. And that's back in the days when we were like really tiny little people, because we were playing in bands, running around and doing all that. It was quite funny. And I saw him standing there. And then as I looked, I sort of got a shock. And then I heard one of the songs from the album we made coming over the loudspeakers. So that was insane. And I just couldn't believe it. Like that was his way and his joke of saying hello. It's good to see you again, because before he died, we actually split up in the band. Like, I don't know if any of you guys ever played in bands, but it's always stressful. So we hadn't made up. I hadn't talked to him in years, and here he was at his funeral, you know, in his skinny jeans and playing the same song that we had an argument about before I left the band. So that was quite funny. And then I've been to my auntie's funeral and I've seen her standing by a coffin. I've spoken to a lot of clients, and often when you give readings for people that have died, they'll say, look, I went to I will always describe the funeral. You know, I'll say, oh, you know, I've got your uncle here and he's saying, oh, you had a really big funeral, and he couldn't believe so many people were there. And sometimes they mention songs, like especially Italians. I remember one client, she was talking about the song Ave Maria came over the loudspeakers, which was pretty funny. And all this came out, you know, this comes out all the time when you read for people. The spirit people always talk about their funerals, because most of the spirit people go to their own funeral. It's very true. And so funerals are very special. You'll always see, if you take the time, you'll always see your loved ones standing there, because they like to say goodbye. And usually when you see them, they look very young. They don't look old, they don't look sick. Usually they've already crossed over, but they've come back just to be there. So it's really incredible. So next time, be aware of that. One lady I had, hi, how are you, Rach? I'll be giving messages soon. Hello, hi everyone. Hi Denise, how are you? I've got a message for you. Yes, it came through. I've actually got a message for Denise. This lady contacted me today and she wanted to see if I had a message for her, and I have. So I bought actually a dog for her, but I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, next time you go to a funeral, be very aware, because often your loved one's there, because they all like to go. They've already passed over, they've come back, and usually you see them quite young and they're always standing there, and they're thrilled. They're thrilled because it's really the last goodbye, isn't it? Even though they come in our dreams, and they may come and visit us at certain times in the day or the night, and it's incredible how spirit people are always connected to us through our love. All right, we'll start to do the readings now. Shall we do that? I've got my beautiful producer here. She's helping me do the readings, and thank you. But before we move on to the readings, I have a message for Denise. Denise, I've got your father here, Denise. I'm being told he had cancer. I feel it's to do with the lung, probably problems breathing. And here's your dad, your grandfather, and also mum's still in the living is what I'm getting. And I've been told that she hasn't been too well, but she still gets around. Nan's sort of in charge of everyone. I know you live away, but what they're saying is, I know you've been going through a hard time, but you've got to keep going is what I'm being told. And I'm seeing a sale of a property for you, especially more towards the end of the year. I feel you may have had your property on the market for a while, but I feel it may sell more in the summer months. And after that, I feel there may be some sort of trip down in Melbourne. I see you going to Melbourne. Also, your father, he had a dog, and I'm getting the name Wally, who was a real character. And I feel that sometimes he used to get an upset stomach. So if he ate certain dog food, I feel that there might have been a little bit of a smell. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what I got. Anyway, love, love, love from the spirit world. Okay, moving on. I've got some questions now. Hello, Chloe. How are you? Hello, Debbie. Hello, Romy. How are you? It's lovely to see you. Thank you. Oh, Romy, you're such a gorgeous guy. I'll try and give you a message, yes. And who else have we got? We've got Tracy. Hello, Tracy. We've got so many people here. It's lovely to see you. Natalie, Sylvie. Hello. It's good to see you all. Hello, Julian. Julianne. Hello, Julianne. You're on my Facebook. It's good to talk to you sometimes. Okay, I'm going to get on to the questions now. Should we do that? Okay, off we go. So this is for Christine Campbell. She lost her son. She's scared about seeing him or hearing from him. Now he's passed. Any advice? Well, the first thing I want to say is that I feel your son, I feel it may have been accidental in his mind. He's telling me but he knew his time was coming to an end, is what I'm getting. I don't know if it was suicide or something like that, but I feel that his death was sudden, is what I'm getting. And there was a lot of sadness around it. But he's telling me he's okay. He comes around you a lot. And I feel that he's aware how sad you are. He just keeps saying he's sorry, sorry. He is with you now, and he does love you, is what he's saying. He just feels like he was a bit of a letdown, is what I'm hearing. He's sorry if he was a letdown to you, but he loves you very much, and he loves the family. And I feel I'm getting a grandfather around him, so I feel he's with an older man in the spirit world who came and got him. But he's telling me there was a lot of confusion around his death, is what he's saying. But he's in a better place now. He's in a better place, is what he's saying. And he just keeps saying he's sorry. He does come around, and he's saying that he communicates with you sometimes through music. And also I'm seeing birds around him, so that might be a sign that he's coming through. Okay? And I do feel that when you talk to him all the time, he hears you. So he does hear what you say. So he listens. But, there wasn't anything you could have done. It was just his time. He was like an old soul, is what I'm getting. He's a beautiful man, very beautiful boy. And he's just saying that he was like an old soul. And he said you and him had an incredible, incredible connection. There was a lot of confusion and sadness around the time of his death, but he wants you to let it go. Okay, this is for Amy Ann. My 3-year-old son is autistic. Does he talk to my nan who's passed? Look, I feel your son is very psychic, because it's almost like he's talking to like someone invisible, is what I'm getting. And you sort of think, who's he talking to? I'm getting that he does it all the time, because a lot of children, like usually till the age of 7, children can actually see spirits, because I found that, and a lot of psychic children are like that. Your son, I feel he loves music, this little boy. This little boy, he loves music, and every time you put the music on, I see him dancing. And I do feel he talks to your nan, because she was very close to you in the living. So it's not just your nan. I feel he talks to a lot of spirits, and also he has a big connection to animals as well. So yes, he's a very talented young boy. So if ever he gets upset, I feel you just need to put some music on, and also try and keep a night light on too, if you can, in the room. But he's a beautiful boy. He's going to give you a lot of healing. He's also going to go to like a special school. He's very gifted. He's very, very gifted boy. Okay, so that's for you. Okay, who we got here? Susan. Can you give me guidance for my boys, please? Look, the first thing I'm getting, Susan, is I feel that your boys have been a little bit difficult. You've been going through a hard time, but I feel everything's going to be okay, because it's almost like you're learning how to cope, or it's like there's some new learning around you. And also there's lots of assistance. But your boys will be okay, so not to worry. I just feel it's been a very, very difficult time for you, but, I feel you need to be very clear in how you talk to them, because sometimes you get overwhelmed. I'm hearing also that you need time out. So these boys, I feel that they're very busy all the time. So I feel any sort of sport or anything would be good to them, or at least to encourage that. Look, they'll come good in the end, is what I'm getting. Shell Murray, will I stay in my current job? Look, Shell, the first thing I'm seeing for you is I feel there's another job for you at the end of the year, more at the end of the year, because I feel the job you're in is absolutely boring. Sorry, but that's what I get. I feel like I want to yawn. It's very sort of repetitious, is what I'm getting. I do see a move for you, and also I don't feel you're going to stay where you are. And I feel after you make the move, sorry, I do feel there's going to be another job for you. I feel you're very gifted at what you do. I see you sitting in an office at a desk, but the job you got, it's very boring. So I feel there may be some sort of travel involved with the next job, but I feel you need to wait because I feel the time's not ready. I'm getting more for you around after the month of June, July. I feel things will start to really change for you. Karina, hello, Karina. How are you? Hello, hello, everyone. How are you? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for joining in. Happy Saturday night and happy new moon. I hope you're all looking at jobs and changing your lives and doing wonderful things, because that's what this energy is all about. Okay, Karina. Will I be buying a house next year? Look, I feel, Karina, you're a person that you hate to rent, but I do feel you will. And I feel you're going to be living somewhere near the water is what I'm getting. I feel there has been a move for you, and this move's been absolutely fabulous. I feel it's made a very big difference in you. You've got a lot of people around you. You're going to meet new friends. I feel also next year, I feel there might be some sort of working. I feel it's like you're finding your way where you are, and you're sort of looking about where you want to live, but I definitely feel that you will buy a house eventually, but I'm getting more towards the end of next year. I feel it's about getting work and sort of settling. I feel your children are really thriving, very thriving, and I feel music, one of them's very musical is what I'm getting. So I feel that you need to encourage music in their lives. And I feel they love their new place. I don't know where you're living, but I see lots of birds around you. I don't see you living in a big, busy city. It's more like it's very country where you're living, is what I'm getting, and you'll be living coastal. I feel coastal, and it's a really good move, is what I'm getting. You're really coming into yourself. It's like saying goodbye to the past and embracing the new. And I'm just seeing some sort of new work coming for you. So yes, I feel more towards the end of next year, starting from June next year, 2021 onwards is what I'm getting. Okay, Kerrie Hooper. Will I find a man this year? Kerrie, I have had so many. I get yes, you will, because you're beautiful, but you need to let the past go. Look, I've had so many people ringing me up and asking me this, like doing readings. It's usually a job and a male. Now, I feel that you're going to have to get onto a dating site. I don't see you meeting this guy like around the corner. So you're actually going to have to be progressive. And yes, you will meet someone. I feel the person you're going to meet, I feel that you don't know him, it's someone new. And I feel he's like a businessman, is what I'm getting. So he's quite intelligent. And this is going to be a welcome blessing for you, because I feel it's time now. I feel the past is behind you, and it's like you're starting to, it's kind of like spring for you, because you're starting to feel the energy of wanting to be sexy and cool and getting out there and meeting these guys. And I feel you've really let go of the past now. So yes, Kerrie, you need to keep going, but I feel you'll meet this guy through a dating site. Actually, I feel there's two men that come around you, is what they're telling me. Definitely they're saying there's a lot of happiness. I just pulled a card. A lot of happiness coming for you. So yeah, so you need to get that. I'm being told you need to dress up like sexy gear. So make yourself gorgeous, and it's exciting, isn't it? When you're in love. So you'll be fine. So definitely a guy this year. I feel there's two guys coming in. One's younger, one's older. I feel you go with the older man who's more established, because I feel you'll have an incredible connection, kind of like a soulmate connection. You know how it's so important to have a soulmate connection, so you can really grow old with these sort of people. Okay, and that's for you, Kerrie. And who do we got? We've got lots of people. We've got Debbie Ray. Hello. We've got Whitney. Hi, Whitney. How are you? Let me see. I'm living with my parents at the moment with the kids. Do you see me starting afresh? Yes, Wendy. I do feel you're with your parents at the moment, but I do feel that there's a move for you next year. I can see you getting your own place. I feel you'll be a lot happier when you do that. Okay. Tanya Lee. Just grab a drink of water. Okay, Tanya Lee. Will I get the house by the sea? I put Yes, I do feel you will. I do feel you're living on the coast, Tanya. Look, I just feel it's kind of when I tune into you, Tanya, you kind of remind me of a gypsy in a way because you're always sort of moving all the time. I don't know, you've moved quite a lot in your life, is what they're saying. Like you, like a bit of a gypsy. So you're here, you're there, you're everywhere. So I do feel you will get a house. I feel this housing is going to be really good for you because finally, it's going to give you the foundation in your life that you really need because I feel what living here and there, it's made you very, very ungrounded. Also, I don't know, but I do feel, I have a feeling you love animals because I can see lots of animals around you. You remind me of the animal whisperer and you have a very deep connection. So also be very good for you to do some voluntary work with animals is what I'm getting. You know, like in rescues, rescuing dogs and cats and all that sort of stuff. I feel you might get involved in that as a sort of like a voluntary job because you're very good with animals. You kind of remind me of a cowgirl in a way, Tanya Lee, and I do feel you will get that house, and you need to ask Spirit to help you. There's a lovely lady in the spirit world coming through now. I feel she's telling me she's your grandmother, and she said that you're the oddball of the family. You always have been, and you always will be. And she said that's just the way you are. You're like the wild Brumby. Your grandmother's coming in and saying, "Don't worry." She's trying to organise it for you, and also there's a connection to somebody around you in spirit around the month of May. But yeah, just hang on to your dreams. There is a place coming for you which is going to give you a really good. It is by the sea because I can smell the salt water in my nose, so you'll absolutely love that. Okay, and anyway, love, love, love from the spirit world to you, Tanya. Love. And be positive because remember, when we really put it out there, we pray to Mother Mary. Mother Mary will help you. That's what I do. Whenever I've got problems, I always pray to Mother Mary. She's fabulous. And all our dreams and prayers come true. Okay, Amy, will my mother tell me what I need to know? Look, the first thing I get for you is she doesn't, I don't feel she will. She doesn't want to tell you anything. She's got a lot of secrets, that woman, hasn't she? She likes to keep things to herself, is what I'm getting. So I feel you already know the answer. I feel she doesn't want to tell you because I feel that she doesn't, there's something, it's very emotional for you, is what I'm getting. And I feel you already know the answer, and yes, you're right. So you don't need to ask her. So let her go. Okay? She's already done, she doesn't really want to go there. So just let it go. You know the answer, and because your intuition's already told you that. So you don't have to prove anything anymore, do you? So anyway, love, love and light to you. Okay, we've got Melissa. Melissa. Melissa Roots. Mm. Melissa Roots. The first thing that she's saying to me, any messages from my mum? The first thing I'm getting, I feel there's a lady in the spirit world around you who had cancer who's come in, who sends her love. Your mother, she's telling me that she was the salt of the earth sort of person, but I feel she had quite a hard life. She was a very emotional person, and she's telling me to tell you that you need to really step forward more and to speak up with what you want in your life and not hold yourself back. I feel you're very intelligent, Melissa, and also you have a very strong intuition, and I feel you need to be working with that more and not let people sort of put you down. And that's the message. She's telling me you're a very strong girl. She does come around you a lot. I feel flowers are very important in your mum's life because I can smell flowers when I tune into her, and I'm getting roses and I can see different. She liked the garden. She liked the nature is what I'm getting. She's a beautiful lady. So she sends her love to you. She's always there. She hasn't left your side. And also, she comes around. I'm getting problems with the stomach too. When I tune into, I feel quite sick. So she passed very quickly in the end. She was a very brave woman, Melissa. And also, she's got a few friends over there, is what she's saying. Okay. Anyway, love, light, and blessings to you. I've got someone called Veronica. Veronica, anything from Spirit's Guides for me? Look, Veronica, the first thing I'm getting is you're a very strong girl, and I feel you need to watch your health. I don't know if you've been having health problems, but I do feel there's going to be some sort of breakthrough, is what I'm getting. And I feel, look, I feel your spirit guides have been guiding you that keep going with what you're doing. And also, I feel there's some sort of writing coming for you. You're a person that you love lots of adventure. You like to do new things all the time. And you're very pretty too, even though sometimes you don't think you are. So you just need to, I'm getting writings for you, and also meditation would help you too. You need to keep fighting for what you want, but you need to watch your health though. Okay, and love and blessings to you, Veronica. There's a lot of people around you who truly love you. Now we've got Christina Cousins. Any advice? I'm in the middle of a nasty divorce. Well, we can all relate to that. I think most of the people I know, we've all been divorced or we've been through that. Look, I feel with you just need to play the game. I feel you're very frustrated. I can feel your anger because I'm feeling it's not fair. But at the end of the day, you need to just play the game. And also, you need to cut the ties with him because I feel he's kind of blocking you in the way. He's being quite nasty, is what I'm getting, or very stubborn, very slow, kind of like dragging it on, is what I'm getting. So I feel there's an exercise. It's on my website. It's called Cutting of the Ties. There will be a financial settlement. I know it's a struggle at the moment. There will be a financial settlement, and what they're saying is you need to keep going. Don't give up. Stand for what's yours. You deserve everything you have in your life, all your financial things you have, so you need to fight for that. I just feel this man is just being stupid and very unintelligent. But you need to keep going to the end and you'll end up fine. Also, you look after everyone, but you need to start looking after you. And love and light to you. Okay, and who have we got? Hello, Kate. How are you? We've got Julianne. Hello, Julianne. Uh, who else have we got? Julianne. Oh, look, I'm being pulled to you. The first thing I'm getting for you is I feel that you've been going through a really difficult time at the moment, but I'm getting changes coming up for you. I kind of see the Tower card around you with all these hard times, but I'm seeing like a breakthrough. I feel things for you will finally start to come to fruition and will be better. So you need to keep going with what you're doing. Also, I feel, Julianne, there could be some sort of new work coming up for you as well, because I feel you want to change. It's just like I feel like I've been bonged over the head when I tune into you, like it's been such a difficult time, but things will get better, so don't worry about that. You're a very strong girl. Also, I don't know if you do writing or anything, but I'm getting writing and eventually books, and you're a very good communicator. You've got an incredible mind. So I feel you could even be doing something with writing stories about people and not necessarily, storylines, how to make people feel good is what I'm getting. I feel you'd be very good at that, how to make people feel good. And you've been a writer for a long time. You're a natural is what I'm getting. Okay, Kayla Price. Anyway, love and light to you, girl. Kayla Price. What does next 2 years have in store for me? Okay, Kayla, with you, I feel it's up to you what's going to happen in the next 2 years. I feel you have very clear plans, and it's time now for you to start to think about what you want instead of thinking about everybody else all the time. What I'm being shown is I'm getting new beginnings for you. I'm getting like the tarot cards, the Fool card. They're saying that there's new beginnings coming up for you, and love's going to be very important for you too. So it's very, very exciting. I feel one door's closing, another door's opening up, but you're not sure about which direction to go, but you will find your way. Also, I don't know if you've got any crows around you, Kayla, but I feel crows are very important. Like they're very psychic crows. They're very psychic birds. So I feel watch the crows around you because I feel they're a good omen for you is what I'm getting. Okay, Rach Rara. Message from my dad. Worries he's upset with my decision. Look, the first thing I need to laugh because your dad is, well, I've got a male voice telling me she always does what she wants anyway. So, no matter what you do it anyway. If he said no, you go, yeah, sure, Dad, bugger you, is what I'm hearing. So he's just laughing. Look, whatever you do, Rach, give it everything you've got. Just go for it. Because sometimes you do learn things the hard way. Lots of friends, lots of people can tell you things, but it's like you've got a mind of your own. And you remind me of my daughter, actually. She's a Taurus, and she's like that. I'll give her advice, and she'll go, "No, Mum, I'm not doing that." So, in fact, I've got two girls, a Gemini and a Taurus, and they're both the same. They never listen to me either. So your father's just laughing and says, "Yeah, sure, as if you'd listen." But, sometimes you find out the hard way. But whatever you want to do, if it feels right for you, you need to just come from your heart is what I'm getting. Okay, we've got Melissa. A message from my dad, please. Melissa, the first thing I'm getting, look, I feel when your father died, I feel there was a lot of tears because he's telling me that you came from a very, very close family. So it's a very emotional time. Your dad was telling me that you're a goer. You always like to do things. He's asking, he said, you always worry about everyone, is what he's saying. He said, you're a very caring girl. You're very spiritual too, Melissa. I just feel your father feels that he died before his time. I feel that at the end he sort of died suddenly, is what I'm getting. He died suddenly. So, but he was very, he's in the spirit world now, and he had a very close connection to his mother, is what I'm getting. And I'm being told that you're similar to his side of the family. He sends his love. He said, say hello to everyone. Okay. Love and blessings to you. Okay, we've got Shannon here now. Should I move? I have my eye on a place. Look, Shannon, I feel you've been wanting to move for a long time. I do feel there's some move. I'm getting around the month of August. I feel that'd be very good for you. And with the move there, I see there's lots of new beginnings because I feel it's a very exciting time. Also, Shannon, I do feel there's going to be some sort of travel for you next year. I can see you going overseas. And I'm getting a big heart for you. So love's going to be very important to you too. Okay, we've got Pauline Love. Will I pass my exam? Should I move with a friend? Look, I feel you will pass your exams, and I feel that you're not going to go anywhere until you finish your study, is what I'm getting, because money's been a big issue for you. You will move in with a friend. I feel it's going to be very good for you, but I feel it's going to be a bit far from where you already live, is what I'm getting. But I feel you're very concerned about your finances. I feel your exams, it's been pretty tough, but I do feel you will be happy in the new, it's going to give you opportunities to get a new job, so you'll be fine, so don't worry. Okay, Kylie, is there a spirit in my house? Well, I'm getting yes, Kylie, there is. So what you need to do, because I feel that in your house, I feel sometimes it gets really cold, and also you can feel smells, and sometimes I'm hearing walking around you. So what you need to do, you need to give your house a really good sage out, like a smoke out. You can buy the sage, and you get a big pot and you sort of crumble it up, and then you light it, and you put the lid on till it starts to smoke, and then you open it up. All the windows in the place are closed, and that will generally push the spirit out. If you can't, you probably need to book into me and I can clear it for you over the phone. But I feel you need to learn this yourself, because I do feel that wherever you go, you do sense, you do feel spirits around you or energies. I feel you're very open to that. So try and do it yourself. Try and start to use the sage and see how you go. It's like I feel cold, and sometimes I feel tired in your house too. It makes you feel tired too, doesn't it? But it's mostly the smells, and I can hear walking around you. Yeah, so you know there is. So give every single room, you close all the windows, you close all the doors, and then just give it a big smoke out. And once you've done that, you open all the windows up, and the smoke will go out, and that'll get rid of any spirits you've got in the house. I feel you may have two spirits, is what I'm getting. Georgie, a message from me or my family. Georgie, hello Georgie, how are you? It's lovely to see you. Look, I feel that I feel there's going to be some. I don't know if you've been studying or doing some sort of study, but I do feel there's study for you, and I feel there's been a bit of stress in your family, is what I have to say. But I feel that's going to be passing. I feel this pandemic has really brought up a lot of things in your family, and it hasn't been good. It's been a very stressful time, but I feel that your family's going to be okay. I feel now that the pandemic is starting to lift, I feel that things will be back to normal soon, and not to worry and not to stress about anything. I do feel you're a bit of a worrier, Georgie, but everything's going to be good. Also, music's very good for you. Okay, Lynn Weston, a message from me, any advice? The first thing I'm getting for you, Lynn, is I feel that, I don't know if you've had a few health issues. I don't know if it's a stiffness in your body, but it's been worrying you a lot. And so I feel walking or exercise or yoga would be really good for you. And also I feel you have a lot of energy. And look, I know I don't feel you're a writer, but I feel writing would be very good for you, because you have so many stories, things that have happened to you. Instead of worrying about everyone, I feel you need to really sit down and start to write, because I feel you'd really love that, because I feel writing books is going to be very good for you. You're a spiritual person and you help a lot of people, but I feel you've got so much advice, so much love, and so much to give everyone. So I feel you need to start writing, is what I'm getting. I feel you'd find a lot of comfort in that. And also, I'm hearing like a book club, like getting involved with a group of people where you're discussing a book. I just feel books and writing around you, like have a book club or something. And I feel that there may be a road trip coming up for you in the summertime. And also, I'm getting Melbourne around you. There could be a trip down to Melbourne with your son, is what I'm getting, around the summer months. I feel you'll be going down there, and I can see you walking around and having a nice time. I just feel there's a young teenager around you, and I feel she's very busy all the time. I just find that you need to take time out for yourself. Start writing, Lynn. I feel you'll be good with that. And I feel that the plans that you've got for the house will go ahead, so don't worry about that. Okay, who else have we got? Anna Di Bono, is that correct? Yeah. Okay, who have we got here? Hello, Laura, how are you? Hello, Doris, how are you? Oh, Doris, the first thing I'm getting for you is Doris, yes, it's Doris, yeah, definitely Doris. I do feel your dad, Sarah. I feel you and him were very close. I just feel he was quite old when he passed, and he had problems with his legs. And sometimes I feel he comes to visit you because I don't know if he used like an Old Spice or something, but you can kind of smell him sometimes, and that's just him coming in to say hello. He just comes in to say hello. Okay, Anna De Bono. Thinking about a baby, will I be having a child? Look, Anna, I do feel you will have a child. In fact, I get two children for you. I don't know if you already have one, but I feel there's two. I get two children for you. And I feel the baby's something that you've been thinking about for a long time. And I do get something this year. I feel there's a pregnancy this year for you. So I feel you'll be really happy with that because you absolutely love children, don't you, Anna? And you're a really good mum. So you just need to keep moving forward. Just be confident. Just be confident. And also, you need to watch your iron levels too, because I feel sometimes you get very, very tired. So just keep an eye on that. Okay, we've got Frantic Mac. Will I make it overseas next year? The first thing I'm getting is yes, you will be going overseas next year. I feel you may have already planned this holiday, and they're telling me you're going to be going back again. I feel it could be around June, July next year is what I'm getting. And you'll absolutely love doing that. So you will be going. I know you're really restless now. I feel Europe around you too is what I'm getting. Okay, Tony Wilkinson. Will my court case, how will my court case go? Look, I feel your court case, I feel it's been ongoing. I feel it's been looking negative, but I'm being told that I'm getting within 3 months' time. Within 3 months' time, I feel there's definitely a breakthrough coming is what I'm getting. It's just that there's a lot of, it's like cross swords at the moment is what I'm getting, cross swords, but they're saying keep going. It's just very frustrating for you. I feel there could be delays or something. It could be from the virus. I'm not sure, but I'm getting delays. But I do feel it will go. It will go ahead. But there's been lots of stops and starts, and I feel that it's really getting you down. But don't worry. Just be positive about it. Pray to Mother Mary. Pray to Mother Mary in those sort of situations. And honestly, Tony, Mother Mary works. I always hand it over. Sometimes in life, sorry, I'm starting to feel all the spirits coming now. My nose is starting to go. It's getting itchy. I have to say, look, whenever I have problems, I pray to Mother Mary. I'm not a Catholic, but I really understand how the ascended masters work because I've always worked with Jesus and Mother Mary, and I love Sai Baba. I've channeled and trans a lot of energies and angels. Oh, all the archangels. I love working with them, and any problems I have, if it's too much for me, I'm just a human. I'm just mortal. I surrender all my problems. Okay, Anna Rispy. Lots of tricksters in our house and a ghost. Any information, please? Look, Anna, I just feel you need to get a professional into your house is what I'm getting. You need to someone to come. I do that sort of work, but if you want to try a sage out first, you can do that. But yes, I do feel your house hasn't been good from the day you moved in. I feel there's been arguments. I feel there's hot and cold spots. I feel it's been a terrible thing. So try and give it a smoke out first. If that doesn't work, I feel you need to, I do that sort of work, so call me in and see how you go. Is there any more? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to wind up now because I'm being told to wind up. But look, everyone, it's been wonderful connecting to you. I'm so sorry if I couldn't get to you all, but I'll be doing this again on the 6th of June in 2 weeks' time on the same time, Saturday night, with my crew here who are helping me. And my advice, and also there's going to be book giveaways. here they are. So if you like my page and share it, I've got 2 book giveaways. One's the Suburban Medium. It tells the life story of how I started out in the industry, and my latest book, Clearing, through Rockpool Publishing. And that's available in bookstores, online, Amazon, and all the rest. So yeah, and I do have other books coming out next year. So I've written about 9 books so far. That's what I do. Also, I write columns for magazines. I'm a freelance writer as well. So that's part of my passion. Anyway, have a fabulous Saturday night, and love and light to you. And remember, if you're worried about anything, just call in Mother Mary. I'll have to show you Mother Mary. Can you pass me that? I'll show you my statue of Mother Mary, and I'll tell you the story behind it before I go. Here she is. Everyone thinks I'm crazy. Here she is, Mother Mary. Isn't she gorgeous? Look, I'm not a Catholic, but I've got a beautiful necklace on her. I think that's quite funny. I've got a lovely necklace on her, made it gorgeous. I've got necklaces on all my Buddhas and things too. Anyway, with Mother Mary, every time I've got a problem, I just pray to her, and she answers all my prayers. And I remember the first time I met her, I was shopping with my mother down the south coast, and suddenly I heard this voice say, pick me, pick me. And I sort of looked around, didn't know what it was, what the hell was that? And then suddenly I turned around and I saw Mother Mary looking out the window of this shop. And I walked closer to the window and I looked in, and the statue, I swear to God, it was talking to me. And she was saying, I want to come home and I want to work with you. And so I went straight in the shop, and I think it was like $50, and I paid the lady the money. I walked out. My mother said, what are you doing? You're not a Catholic. What are you doing with Mother Mary? I said, Mum, she was talking to me. She wants to work with me. She said, don't be ridiculous. Statues don't talk to you. I said, Mum, I'm telling you, that's what happened. And anyway, so I brought her home. Since I brought her home, I've been writing non-stop. I've done 2 books in this pandemic, and that's about, 8 weeks. I've just finished the second one today. And the energy that she creates for me. And anytime I have a problem, I always pray, I always surrender it. So anyway, have a fabulous weekend. Hope to see you in 2 weeks' time. And also, I'll be back in the clubs in the summertime when they all open up. And so hopefully you can come and meet me in my live shows. So love, light to you, everyone. And thanks for joining me. Have a beautiful new moon. Get rid of anything that no longer serves you and start to really manifest things that you really want in your life, because now's the time to do it. It's a very, very exciting time. New beginnings, moving forward. Love and blessings to you. Thank you for joining me, and good night.